Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Deal, Lauren Frey, Grim Clover, Internet Blood Sports, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. And today we are talking about a interesting little Switch indie game, Graceful Explosion Machine. This was a game I picked up like very, very early on in the Switch lifespan, and it is not the best indie game on the console, but it's one that I really, really enjoyed, and one that I think is well worth checking out with interesting mechanics and an interesting gameplay loop. So essentially, Graceful Explosion Machine is a shmup in which you pilot a ship and just shoot all the enemies, and that's really about it. But the controls are so fluid, and you have so many weapons, and there are so many enemies on screen. Playing through each and every level is an absolute treat. Like, this is, in essence, a video game in its purest form, in which you have to utilize all of your skills to kind of overcome your enemies. And unlike most shmups, the map kind of loops around, so you have this option to flip your ship and like shoot from the opposite direction if you need to. So it plays a little bit differently, and each of your four weapons each have completely different properties. They have different ammunition. They do different things. Like the game doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot of fun to play. And honestly, I think more indie games could learn from this, because I have seen indie games that have significantly higher budgets than this that are nowhere near as much fun to play. Right? Like, I've talked shit about like Stardew Valley. I've talked shit about like Celeste. I've talked shit about like lots of high-profile indie games that just don't have a lot going for them creatively. But this is just, you know, it has four worlds. All of them are very similar. Like, there's no like real unexpected changes to the gameplay or the process of just going through this game and shooting everything in sight. But that's really all the game needs to be, honestly. Like, the mechanics are distinct and interesting enough where the game sticks out in spite of being so ridiculously simplistic. And I think that's something worth noting, is that the game is fun, in spite of its obvious shortcomings. I did enjoy this when I bought it on Switch, and I did enjoy it when I came back and played it again. Like, it's not all that long, maybe like a couple of hours, but like, this is probably a good way to spend like a weekend if you're looking for something a little bit. If you're looking for a new shmup, this is something you could definitely do a lot worse than this. I feel. Like, early on in the Switch library, when there wasn't a whole lot to play, this was definitely something I deeply appreciated. These days, like, there are definitely a lot more better titles, but like, if you've been keeping up with like everything that's been coming out on Switch, this is definitely something that you might want to check out.